Hi guys, it's great to see you. So today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 essential race mods or race apps on Assetto Corsa right now that you can download and really add to the way that you play Assetto Corsa. You've probably noticed that I'm playing on a Gran Turismo track today, and there's a reason for that. Some of these apps are absolutely fantastic when you're playing in chase cam mode. So if you want to play more arcadey Assetto Corsa, some of these apps are absolutely essential for that. And remember guys, if you're new here, I'm uploading Assetto Corsa videos every week, from guides and tutorials to showcases of all the best mods. So click on that subscribe button, it would really help me to grow the channel. The first mod I'm going to show you then guys is one of the best and one of the simplest, and that is this map mod in the corner here. So this replaces the KUNOS map and it shows you the whole track. Now this track is quite small, that's why I've just magnified it there, but this will follow all the cars around the track and is especially good if you're playing on free roam or on one of the larger tracks like the Neuschleife or even point to point or hill climb racing. This is not only really useful to learn the tracks if you're new to the track, but also to see where all your opponents are. So big shout out to Knees, who actually released this in 2014, so it's been around for a while, but it works absolutely perfect with its last update in 2017. But guys, I've had no issues with this whatsoever, so this is number 1 on my essential download list. And remember, give the modder a shout out or your support when you visit their page. The next mod on the list then is something that is really simple again, but has a massive impact on how you play the game, and that is Car Radar 1.5. Now again, this has been out since 2017, and big shout out to It's Just Dell from Race Department who actually designed and released this. But again, don't worry about the age of this mod because it works absolutely perfect on all the tracks that I've tried it on. This mod gives you a real-time working radar of all the cars around you, also with warning proximity signs on how close they are. This features car shapes on the mini-map that actually do rotate, and that's what makes this different to some of the other car radars out there. It's got working rotations relative to the player, fade in and fade out, and that is optional, and there's a lot of settings you can change on here. There's a number of config options on size, colour, angles, range. There's a glow graphic setting, blue flags, blind spot warning flags, and it's got some cool backgrounds as well. So as you can see guys, this is really comprehensive. Speaking of comprehensive, this next app is exactly that. On the left hand side here you have Pro Tyres 2, and on the right hand side you have the standard Assetto Corsa tyres. So why is this different? Well, this creates a much more detailed view of what is actually going on with your tyres. So this gives you pressures, temperatures and wear behaviour, as well as a number of other indicators on the tyre, just on how those tyres are actually going to perform. And you can see here, braking hard, the tyre actually temperature goes up in the middle of the front tyres. You can see the front left is actually wearing, and you can also see there that that's going to start to affect the actual handling of the car and the behaviour when you're actually driving a lot of these corners. This app was released by Jen Roos on Race Department, and again it's from 2017. But what I do love about this is simply a drag and drop into Content Manager again, and a straightaway install and up and running, so there is no config pieces to do there unless you want to actually customize it. The detail on this tyre app is awesome, as you can see here. So not only have you got thermal, average, core, inside, middle and outside grip, you've got actual and target pressures, you've got wear and dirty levels, and you've also got estimated end of life. This will really help you with your racing. The next app at number 4 is Sidekick by Topuz, and I've actually covered this before in another one of my videos, but this app is so good. If you've not got this at the moment, this is definitely on your download list. So as you can see, Sidekick has a number of settings and configuration to get this neat looking bar exactly as you want it to look. So it's here in the bottom left hand corner. It's quite small, I've got this running in 2K, but you can increase the size of it and you can move it around the screen. And the cool thing I like about these apps is when you're playing exterior in the car, you are starting to get all the information that you would normally get if you were sat actually in the seat in the cockpit of the car. I do realise that not all of you will want to play the game like this, but for me this really adds another element to how you can play Assetto Corsa. Of course, all these mods you can actually have in car as well, and because they're all configurable in size and how you can move them around the screen, you can really get Assetto Corsa to look exactly as you want it to. And then the last way you can use Sidekick for me is to analyze your replay, so you can sit on the track, see the telemetry and look how you're actually accelerating and braking into corners. I think this is really useful. The last set of apps I'm going to show you are great if you're into more arcade racing or drifting, or you want to get that real Japanese feel to what's going on your Assetto Corsa. So this is the Initial D arcade HUD, and there's a couple of different parts to this, and this comprises of 3 downloads. The first download will give you the full arcade HUD, and that's all the pieces you can see in the top right and the top left here, and then the second part will give you the tachometer, and then lastly the boost gauge thirdly. So I'll put all the links in the description below for all of these different mods, guys, so you'll be able to watch the video and see them stacked in order in the description. I think the look and feel of this mod is absolutely brilliant, and who would have thought, just looking at this gameplay, that you were playing Assetto Corsa with the map, the radar, now the Initial D HUD on there as well. It looks fantastic. And on this piece of gameplay you can see the turbo gauge working as well. The map in the bottom right hand corner is fully configurable with different data files, especially for those really cool free roam Japanese tracks. The mod is by Vegetable Sai, and they are an awesome modder that have done tons of great work, so do support them and check out all their tutorials on their site too. Just a couple of tips then of when you're installing these mods, where you actually enable them. Now I know I've spoken about this again in different videos, but I'm just going to show you again if you're new here. So clicking on Assetto Corsa and apps, you can see that you can enable or disable all the apps here. So the GT HUD that I've shown in another video, I've got it switched off at the moment, but you can switch it on there. Also, if you click on the apps button at the end of that top section, you can actually go through each of the individual apps and you can configure them in here too. So it is really important that if you are installing any different apps and it is installed as an application, then do check in these sections, because that might fix some of your problems if you can't see it actually in game. Just want to thank you for watching this video today, guys, and spending some time on my channel. I really appreciate all of the support. I am constantly finding new mods and even cool older mods on Assetto Corsa, and they really do make a difference to the gameplay. So drop any comments below. Remember, all the links are in the description. And if you like the video, guys, remember clicking on that like button really helps me out with YouTube. See you soon, guys.